What is going on, guys? Welcome back, Madden 18. I had a request to do what I did last year with the Connected franchise. It's funny, if you go back and look at that video, I'm basically going to do the same thing here, just a little different. A lot of people ragged on David Johnson when I got him in the trade, but I guarantee you respect him now. So first thing I'm going to do here, one of the big broken issues with Madden is you can get a player out of free agency, in this case Quentin Coples, and then trade that player right away. So I just did some real quick scheming here, didn't take long at all. These might not be the most fair trades, but it still shows there's some broken logic here. So I'm going to find a team that needs a left end. We're going to go with the Saints, and we're going to take their cornerback, Delvin Breaux. Now, you have to understand, in the scheme of things, I'm kind of working my way around this. So Delvin Breaux is their best cornerback. He's 81 overall, he's 27 years old, and this is going to factor in to some of the trades a little bit later. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to give them, and you could probably augment this a little bit, I'm just going to give them my 5th and 6th. And I know some people in Madden really overvalue trades, but the fact of the matter is you're probably not going to get a starting corner in the 80s at that low of a pick. So you can see they have a lot of interest in Coples, who literally they could have just signed. And even though they weren't real satisfied with anyone there, they go ahead and give me the trade. So now I've got one of my other corners to kind of mess with. So keep that in the back of your mind. Now, I want to go right back. David Johnson is much further along than he was last year. I think last year's an 80 overall. This year's a 97. Consensus top 10 back in the league. So we're going to get Frank Gore here, which, you know, Frank Gore is a special player, but I don't think there's anything that the Cardinals would take for David Johnson. In this case, they're going to take a first round, a second round, and Frank Gore to give me their #1 running back. And again, I don't think you're going to get a player that's special in the draft guaranteed with one of those two picks. So let's go back and just show you what I can do with that extra corner I have with Delvin Breaux. Let's get Deon Buchanan, who, again, just like last year, I got him as well. Very special player, middle linebacker, essentially taking their centerpiece from defense, aside from maybe Patrick Peterson, but I don't need a cornerback, really. I've got Monte Davis, and their centerpiece offensively. Yep, Larry Fitzgerald's a great receiver, but he's a little old. Let's go ahead, let Darius Butler go. So, yes, we are going to lose, 2 overall, but we're also going to gain a player that's 4 years younger. Augment again with draft picks, accept the trade, and see that the Cardinals now are going to let it go through. So this is major upgrades for my team. I'm getting a premier halfback in the league. I'm getting a quickly developing and star linebacker for my defense. I'm not losing much in a corner, and the only thing I'm really losing is my 1st through 6th draft picks, which, again, you're not guaranteed returns on those. These are things, in terms of these players, that teams can draft for a very, very long time and not get. So, love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out. Back in the week with more content.